Jacksonville is home to over 200 gated communities, and they're not all the same. Some feel like private resorts with full-time security and country club perks, while others are smaller, quieter, and more laid back. So if you're thinking about moving to Jacksonville and gated communities are on your radar, this video will help you understand what they really offer, where they make the most sense, and what trade-offs you might not expect. If you're new to my channel, my name is Josh Rogers, team lead of the F3 Home Team. We work with families every week who are relocating to Jacksonville and trying to figure out where they'll feel most at home. We don't just talk about square footage or school ratings. We talk about how you live, what matters to you, and what kind of neighborhood really fits your day-to-day life. If you're in that stage where you're researching, asking questions, and just trying to figure out what actually makes sense for your lifestyle, shoot me a text and we'll help you get some clarity and answer your burning questions. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of living in a gated community here in Jacksonville. One of the biggest reasons people consider gated communities is peace of mind. There's something comforting about knowing that not just anyone can drive through your neighborhood. Most gated communities in Jacksonville have either manned security or automated gate systems that keep traffic limited to residents, guests, and service providers. This setup doesn't guarantee zero crime, but it can reduce things like random drive-through traffic or solicitors knocking on your door. For families with kids, retirees, or anyone who just values privacy, that controlled access feels like an added layer of security. Something else to note is that most of the gated communities in Jacksonville come with some pretty nice amenities. We're talking pools, tennis courts, walking trails, playgrounds, sometimes even golf courses or clubhouses. Places like Jacksonville Golf and Country Club or Queens Harbor go big with amenities, while others offer more low-key setups like pocket parks and neighborhood pools. So if you're someone who enjoys getting outside or having a strong sense of community around shared spaces, this can be a major perk. The neighborhoods themselves are usually well maintained too. Landscaping is taken care of, common areas look great, and there's usually an HOA making sure everything stays in good shape. Now on the flip side, all that order and beauty comes with structure. Gated communities tend to have stricter HOA rules. That can mean limits on things like what kind of fence you can install, where you can park your car, or even what color you paint your house. Some people are totally fine with that because it helps keep the neighborhood looking nice and consistent. But for others, especially if you like to make changes to your property or have specific needs, the rules can feel frustrating. It's not necessarily good or bad, but it's something to be aware of going in. The key is to get familiar with the HOA before you commit, so there are no surprises later. There's also the financial piece. Gated communities usually come with monthly or quarterly HOA fees. In some neighborhoods, that might be a couple $100s a month. In more upscale communities, it can be more. And while the fees go toward maintenance, amenities, and security, you'll want to make sure that value lines up with what you're actually going to use and enjoy. Some buyers love the convenience and peace of mind that comes with those fees. Others look at their budget and think, I'd rather have more house and fewer extras. It really depends on how you live and what's important to you. So who is a gated community really great for? Well, families with younger kids who want a little more peace of mind. Retirees looking for low-maintenance living and consistency. Professionals who travel often and want security while they're gone. And anyone who just likes that clean, polished, orderly neighborhood feel. But if you're super independent, want a big yard with no rules, or don't want to pay for amenities you're not going to use, then you might feel more at home in a non-gated neighborhood where you have a little more flexibility. There's no right or wrong here. It's just about what fits your stage of life and your lifestyle preferences. So if you're seriously considering a move to Jacksonville and you're wondering whether a gated community makes sense for you or not, send me a quick text. I'll help you think through the location, the lifestyle, and whether it's actually worth it based on what matters most to you and your family with local perspective to help you make the right move. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.